They get Tori Spelling to play Sid, and they cast Joe Blow Nobody to play me. At least you get David Schwimmer. I get the guy who drove Jane Seymour's stagecoach for one episode of Dr. Quinn.
Then let's take a peek at the movie.
I'll wait for video.
Okay, let's get down to business. The way I see it, someone's out to make a sequel. You know, cash in on all the movie murder hoopla. So it's our job to observe the rules of the sequel. Number 1, the body count is always bigger. Number 2, the death scenes are always much more elaborate. More blood, more gore. Carnage, candy. Your core audience just expects it. And number 3, if you want your sequel to become a franchise, never, ever...
How do we find the killer, Randy? That's what I want to know.
Oh, let's look at the suspects. There's Derek, the obvious boyfriend. Hello, Billy Loomis. The guy's pre-madness. Pity me, surface wound conveniently missed every major vein and artery.
So you think it's Derek?
Not so fast. Let's assume the killer, or Urs, has a half a brain. He's not a Nick at Night rerun type of guy. He wants to break some new ground, right?
Right.
So forget the boyfriend. It's tired. Who else do we got?
There's...
Mickey, the freaky Tarantino film student. But if he's a suspect, so am I. So let's move on.
Well, let's not move on. Maybe you are a suspect.
Well, if I'm a suspect, you're a suspect.
You have a point. Okay, let's move on to
Hallie.
Sid's roommate.
That's why it's perfect. It's sort of against the rules, but not really. Mrs. Voorhees was a terrific serial killer, and there's always room for Candyman's daughter. She's sweet, she's deadly, she's bad for your teeth.
Come on, Randy. These kids are your friends. Who do you think's the killer?
How about Gail Weathers?
Gail? A killer?
Why not?
Well, she is vicious enough.
She's an opportunist.
Yeah.
Isn't it conceivable she's planning her next book? That's what reporters do, Dewey. They stage the news.
No, Gail's a lot of things, but Gail's not a killer.
Listen, just because you're sweet on her.
No, I'm not.
Please. And what's with that limp anyway? Because you were stabbed on the back.
Severed nerve. Look, Gail's no killer.
Okay, whatever you say. But if she's not a killer, she's a target.